Gamers and gentlefolk, hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I'm going to be your host this evening. I'm the Sound, and I am happy to bring you our grand finals for Division A. We are going to see the third and fourth seed going up against one another, Gen.M Esports up against Unity. It's going to be a best of 5 format tonight, so it could go long. If we go to all 5 games, I know that I'm rooting for more HOTS. I'm sure the rest of us are as well. Let's give a little background on these teams while everybody gets into the lobby and loaded in. Gen.M are back after a single season hiatus. They originally formed up in Season 11. And they are a truly veteran squad. Many of their players have been in NGS for 4 or more seasons. So they are no strangers to the league, and they are also no strangers to the division finals. They have been in this position before, so I have to expect that their experience is going to help them in this match. On the other side, we've got Unity. They formed up last season as ICC Unity in Division B East. They had a pretty successful run in the regular season and made it to the semifinals of Division B East before getting promoted to Division A this season. This is, of course, their first time in a grand final scenario, and their squad features some less experienced players. At least one of their players, I believe this is their rookie season. So they've been performing very well for a relatively new team, but we'll see if the veteran experience of Gen.M is going to be the deciding factor in this matchup. Let's take a look at our postseason bracket to see how we got to where we are now. We can see on the path to the finals, Unity had to take out Bapegas on Ice and Ghillie Sharks at Bingo Night. Their match against Ghillie Sharks going 3-0, a decisive win over another veteran team. And on the other side of the bracket, of course, Gen.M had to fight through citrus-colored squash and punch above their weight class, taking down the second seed of 2+2. And that is how our two teams reached where we are now. Let's take a look at the battlegrounds that our teams have picked and banned for the series. We had Gen.M putting bans onto Alterac Pass and Sky Temple, with Unity banning Infernal Shrines and Tomb of the Spider Queen. As with the rest of the postseason, there was no coin flip to decide first pick or map pick. Gen.M, being the higher seed, was just given the privilege, and they prioritized first pick over battleground selection. So it is Unity's choice of Garden of Terror, a large battleground, one that is in the same vein as Sky Temple and Alterac Pass in its scope and potential for split push. So, not surprising to see Unity take Gen.M there after seeing which battlegrounds Gen.M did not want to go to with their bans. I'll also take this time to welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I do not have access to the chat, so I won't be able to interact with y'all, but be sure that you're cheering on the teams, letting them know that you're watching and excited to see how they're playing. It looks like we have got the rest of our 2 squads in the lobby, so we should be getting into our first draft here. Let's take a look. Draft 1, Game 1 of our best of 5 grand finals for Division A. Gen.M will be first to act. They opting for first pick, get that opportunity. And I'll be interested to see how much these 2 teams have scouted. It looks like they've done a fair bit. That Varian pick, a favorite of HKY on the side of Unity. So Gen.M immediately taking away some of the comfort picks that Unity prefers to select. Unity's ban now looks like it's going to be the Garrosh ban. Infofox this season has drawn many a ban on that hero, and it's going to be Rhaegar. The second ban from Gen.M. Immediately fired back. They are very confident and prepared and researched in these bans. And Drunk Unicorn has played, I think, 17 games of Rhaegar this season, far and away Unity's highest picked hero across the entire cast. So not surprising to see Gen.M eliminate it. The right wing will be the ban from Unity. Of course, this leaves all of the Majesties. He's going to quickly snap the Junkrat pick, kind of a signature hero for Majesty. Priority offlaners are still available. Johanna and Diablo, kind of higher priority main tanks, also available. I expect Unity to grab a healer in this slot. Instead, it's going to be the Tracer Johanna. Mango Man has been playing a lot of Tracer this season, another signature hero coming out early in the draft. We'll see if an early picked Tracer is going to be Diablo and Dahaka for Gen.M. Fantastic. Next ban. Could ban another healer here, but of course neither team has their healers selected, so that might be shooting yourself in the foot there a bit. We do still need some flex damage. Gonna be the Tychus ban. Fair enough. The next 2 picks are going over to Unity. We could see another flex damage, or we could see an offlane ban here. It's going to be the flex damage. It's going to be the Chromie ban instead. So we'll see how Unity want to round out these first 2 picks. They still have their healer and their offlaner to pick. It's going to be Stukov for the healer. No cleanse available for that support, so it may be up to Johanna to kind of cleanse any sort of wombo combos. And Maev, another signature hero for Unity. Lorik has played a fair bit of Maev this season, so I'm excited to see how they perform on the hero in this match. Last 2 picks for Gen.M. We've got a healer and 1 more flex pick to grab. It's going to be Deckard. Alright, Gul'dan. So lots of Sul, and that's going to be Ragnaros. Okay. Excellent. Let's take a look at our draft here. So for game 1, on Garden of Terror, Gen.M have lots of really good stall on seed capture with Junkrat and Cool Dan. They've got a lot of really strong CC. Of course, Tracer and Maiev scale really hard into the late game. So it might be in Gen.M's interest to end on the earlier side of things. Ragnaros will, of course, kind of drag the game on a little bit longer. So it's going to be a tough contest between these two teams. Definitely a little too early to call it one way or the other. We'll just have to see how it plays out. So let's get into it for game 1 and introduce our teams. Here on the left in blue, we've got Gen.M Esports, Infofox on Diablo, Leo Rice on Dahaka, Duff McWhalen playing Gul'dan, Majesty on Junkrat, and Patience playing Deckard. And to the right in red, we've got Unity. H. Kawaii on Johanna, Organized Chaos on Ragnaros, Mango Man playing Tracer, Lork on Maiev, and Drunk Unicorn playing Stukov. As we get into our first wave of the game, we can take a look at our level 1 talents. Devil's Due for Diablo. So looking to increase the healing they receive from their well and globes. It's going to be adaptation tissue regeneration for Dahaka. And the early wave clear advantage is definitely in Gen.M's favor. Of course, Organized Chaos has already started in a far-off lane, understanding that to get a rotational priority, they would need to be in lane first. And it's looking like a 4-hero commitment up to top lane. Leo Rice hasn't scattered it out yet, but is going to be safe nonetheless. Checking back in on mid lane, we've got Infofox and Duff McWhalen clearing up that mid wave. And with 1 minute hit on our timer, we can see Gen.M are already onto the bruiser camp here in bottom lane. This battleground, of course, having 6 mercenary camps means that there are lots and lots of mercenary opportunities for these teams to push with. And it's still a 4-hero commitment here into the top lane. And it looks like in bot we've got Ragnaros using the Molten Core, trying to get defense there on that bruiser camp. Checking back in on top, Majesty has made the rotation. Lork and Kawaii still doing what they can to get as much done on the wall. Many resets here for Lork. The drag misses for Leo Rice. A boop for Majesty is not going to get anyone over the wall. And the gate and tower down already for Unity. They've got a great first push here. A boop. Oh, and the drag narrowly missing there. Leo Rice falling low. The E build from Stukov, that low blow talent, is going to be a big threat for any hero below the 50% HP mark. Checking in on our level 4 talents as our first seed spawns. We've got Souls to the Flame for Diablo, Hero Stalker for Leo Rice, and it looks like a trap build for Majesty on Junkrat. Infofox stepping pretty far out to get that stall. Mango Man is going to keep chasing them, and they are chunked for 50% of their HP. That frag launcher a little too late for Majesty, so a favorable spawn for Unity and an easy first capture for them. Up in top lane, we've got Leo Rice working to get that siege camp up to the wall, but it is another 4-hero commitment here for Unity. They really want to take down this top fort if possible, it looks like. Meanwhile, Majesty and Organized Chaos kind of duke it out in bot lane. Next seed spawning here. Oh my gosh, it's looking pretty scary here. Patience and Infofox both That's a lot of damage onto the Deckard. Mango Man isn't quite done yet, chasing down onto Duff McWhalen. Infofox falling kind of low here, but I don't think there's any additional CC. There's a big slow from Drunk Unicorn. A huge W will heal up the Diablo, and they take them down. Of course, on the bot side, Majesty was able to get a kill on to Organized Chaos on the Rag. Level 7s on both sides here. We've got Eternal Flames for Diablo, continuing that W build. And despite the seed available for contest, Unity are far more interested in securing as much siege damage as they can. All the while in bot lane, we've got Leo Rice plugging away on the Dahaka. They do still have their Rush Stalker available, so this could be a 5v5 here shortly. And that's the dig from Leo Rice. They're onto the back line, but Majesty goes down. Patience getting body blocked here by Mango Man. They're going to chase it down and finish off the kill. Organized Chaos flipped and body blocked here. I don't think Ragnaros makes it out of this one alive. And they're not gonna. Still, a decisive 2-1 and a second seed secured for Unity. A great start to this game 1 on their Battleground selection. Leo Rice will use their burrow to escape the weighted pustule popping. But it's a big wave here. I don't know. There's the drag. Does go wide. I don't think a lone Dahaka is going to be able to stop this push. So first structure going over to Unity. They are off to a red-hot start here in Game 1. Checking in on bot lane, we've got Mango Man going in on Majesty, narrowly missing the kill there, committing the pulse bomb for it. And that is the third seed available for contest. Unity doing another great job getting this mid siege camp out, matched by Gen.M on the left side. Checking back in on top lane with Dahaka, they do still have their Brush Stalker, and that's level 10s. So heroics have been unlocked for Unity, about a hair of a level away for, and Kawaii's going deep with it. Do we see the Blessed Shield come out? A huge stun here. Great Horrify. Mango Man goes down on the bot side. Drunk Unicorn's next to fall. Kawaii's running away. Does not have the Iron Skin any longer. Is there any additional CC here? Looks like they're not going to make it. So all of the heroics popped for Gen.M. Huge Horrify and Stay a While and Listen both. Really great AoE CC available to Gen.M is going to win them a pretty decisive team fight there. Checking back in on top, we've got Hawaii and Lork working on the Bruiser camp, which is going to put additional pressure into that already battered top lane. Pretty much dead even on XP. Hero experience, minion experience, all about even. Checking in on mid lane, Infofox goes in on Kawhi, but it's just kind of to say hello. A little bit of a lore official moment there. Diablo showing the Crusader he means business. This next seed spawn will favor Unity, but they've got a lot to clean up here in the bot lane before they can make it up in time. Looks like they are going to forego this next objective. They just aren't in time, aren't in position to make this channel happen. Infofox kiting here. And it's another Horrify, followed up by the, oh my gosh, Lork goes in alone. But that's the Organized Chaos Molten Core. So much damage, resets for days on Lork. Patience falling low here. Lork goes down, but that's another kill onto Deckard. 2 for 1. Mango Man on the top side takes out Diablo. Drunk Unicorn able to swat away Leo Rice and Duff McWhalen. So a solid fight for the red team here. And that's going to secure their first Garden Terror phase, as well as their level 13 talents. At 13, we've got Roar for Johanna, rather than the more commonly seen Blessed Hammers. This is also a big power spike for Mango Man with Jumper. All the while, Lork is working on that Q build. Infofox in onto Organized Chaos. They've got a great body block here. Patience falling low. Are they going to make it? They've got the rubies, but it's not going to be enough. So that's another kill onto Deckard. Lork tethers to Duff McWhalen falling low, able to kite out for a little bit longer, and they finish off the kill with the low blow. Another kill onto Infofox here. Unity on an absolute tear, getting so much done in this objective phase. Checking in on top, we can see that their Garden Terror has already gotten through the keep front wall, and they are looking for more. Majesty is going to be able to pepper down the wave from a distance, but they can't step up too far with Lork in range. Roots onto the Johanna here, but with such a massive wave and Diablo not yet respawned, that's going to be the first keep of the game going down on the side of Gen.M. Unity getting a whole lot of push done in this first objective phase. And it looks like they're going to fall back, start working on their safe side siege camp here. They've got a full level lead now, thanks to all of those hero kills. And, of course, Ragnaros is able to get a lot of experience that would otherwise be unsafe, thanks to their level 10, their heroic Lava Wave. Level 13 is a big power spike for Duff McWhalen on Gul'dan in this W build. The healing output that they have is much higher now. A sieging Molten Core, not one that I'm so accustomed to seeing, but better than doing nothing on the map, getting damage onto structures. It can't be healed back, so it's all valuable. Infofox stepping out here, trying to find someone a little too far forward that they can bring back to their team. Unity will play it safe. All the while in top, we've had Leo Rice soaking up. Hawaii is on the chase here. Looks like they're going to back off, thinking it's a bit too far to chase a relatively healthy Pahaka. This siege camp steal will put pressure on to the core. It's going to require Leo Rice's attention. So it will probably be a 5v4 here. Looks like Leo Rice does not care. It is a 5v5. Mango Man taking a lot of damage. Lork stunned by Infofox. The biggest silence ever gets Duff McWhalen. Majesty's next to fall. Lork is still on Patience. Patience goes down on the top side. Infofox has made it all the way to the right side of the engagement here, and we've got the siege camp onto the core here. Mango Man chasing onto Leo Rice. It looks like they're going to try and end the game here, going under mid-keep. Infofox and Leo Rice both here. The core mechanics on Garden of Terror are kind of scary. The polymorph will be effective. The drag onto Lork is going to secure the kill. Mango Man falling low here, 57, down below 50%. It's going to be a race to the finish there, but I think Unity are going to be able to seal this one out, and that is it for Game 1. Race to the finish there, really well done by our away team to secure their first game on their Battleground selection for Garden of Terror. That final fight, Stukov, Drunk Unicorn, getting a huge silence onto all three of the backliners of Gen.M, really helped turn the fight after Lork got stunned by Infofox on Diablo. We can take a look at our post-game stats, and it looks like Tracer, Mango Man, able to take top honors for hero damage, and unsurprisingly, Organized Chaos on the Ragnaros was able to secure top experience thanks to their heroic. Checking in on our builds, it was the full Drain Life build for Duff McWhalen, a full trap build for Majesty, a E build for Ragnaros there. So a lot of great synergy out of Unity in that first game. You love to see that sort of play out of the lower seed team. I think we are likely to go for further games into the series. I'm excited for it. I would say that Mango Man on Tracer definitely seemed to give the backline of Gen.M some trouble. Diablo, I think, spent a lot of time looking for proactive engagements onto Unity, but that kind of left Tracer mostly unfettered in the backline. Dahaka, not known for his peeling prowess. It is exceptionally challenging to land a drag on a Tracer, speaking as a Dahaka player myself. To be fair, I am not a Division A player, so Leo Rice, I know, having seen their play on the hero earlier in the season, Leo is a fantastic Dahaka, so if he starts landing drags on Mango Man, be forewarned, it could happen. He might be that good. So of our battlegrounds that are left up, I think I'd love to see Gen.M take Unity to one of these smaller battlegrounds, perhaps a 2-lane, a Braxis, or a BOE. It'll really diminish the value of the Ragnaros pick, which got a lot of value in that last game, not too surprisingly, on a map as large as Garden of Terror. I was also really impressed with how Unity was able to get some really strong engagements before their heroics came online. Traditionally, when I think of Johanna comps, I think of a team that kind of wants to wait until those heroics become available. The Blessed Shield being a really reliable engage, but Johanna does not have much outside of that. But of course, with a Maiev on your side, Lork was able to kind of supplement that engage, that lack of engage, from Kawaii on Johanna before heroics. We have our next battleground selected. We are going to be going to Dragonshire, as selected by Gen.M. So another 3-lane map, but one that favors a more rotational style of play. Unity's hard push in top lane for Game 1 was able to get them a lot of progress on Garden of Terror, but I don't know that a similar strategy will be as effective here on Dragonshire. Majesty and Leo Rice, both of their picks from last game, are very strong on this battleground as well. So we'll see if there's any sort of change to the draft plan from Unity as we get into our draft for battleground number 2. Unity first to act this time round. First pick will also give them a different opportunity to kind of set the priority of picks and bans. I don't believe these two teams have too much overlap. There's that Garrosh ban again, singling out Infofox there. Another Varian ban. By the book, by the book. But as I was saying, these two teams don't have too much overlap between their favored hero pools. So they're doing a bit of drafting past one another in that sense. So first pick Tracer is not going to be available this time around. The Tracer and Brightwing bans kind of shutting down the global and the problem hero of Mango Man, definitely drawing that respect from their play in Game 1. Johanna will be the selection for Unity in that first slot. A strong hero, one that is difficult to kill with how much HP and her baseline unstoppable through Iron Skin. Junkrat and Stukov picked up for Gen.M. Junkrat, an excellent hero on this battleground. The permanent vision that the concussive mine and the vision that the steel trap offer means that he is a very safe hero to leave alone in lane. There's Ragnaros and Maiev. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it seems to be the game plan for Unity. We'll see how Gen.M respond here. If it's going to be another Rhaegar ban. With Stukov picked up, I wouldn't be surprised to see that healer pool narrowed by Gen.M. It's going to be Vala instead. Further targeting Mango Man's hero pool. No frontline secured for Gen.M yet, so Unity is probably going to look to narrow the tank pool a little bit more. Infafox looked pretty strong on the Diablo there, so we may see a Diablo ban here. Of course, Unity did not have too much trouble dealing with Lord of Terror. Looks like they did feel that his play was strong enough. They don't want to see a repeat. Next two picks here, an offlaner and a tank could be selected. They are looking for one more damage dealer, of course. The flex pick from Duff McWhalen. Duff has played a wide selection of mages throughout this season. Looks like we're going to go with Tychus. Leo Rice again on the signature Dahaka. Rhaegar and Cassia locked in for Unity. So this is another comfort pick for Drunk Unicorn. Banned away last game, so we'll see how much of a playmaker this Rhaegar pick ends up being. Final pick here is going to be the tank selection for Gen.M. We'll see if they do anything kind of spicy. It's going to be the Anubarak. Another strong pick for the battleground. So as our players get ready for the swap phase, let's take a look at our two drafts. Junkrat and Dahaka reprising their spots on Gen.M. Unity looking very much the same as their last draft. I think I prefer Gen.M's draft for this battleground in particular. Ragnaros does not have the best staying power to fight on points with a Dahaka, and the global pressure and terrain crossing of the Anubarak from both frontliners puts Gen.M in a good position, so we'll see if they're able to answer back in Game 2. And we can introduce our teams once again. Here on the left in blue, we've got Gen.M Esports. Infafox on Anubarak, Patience on Stukov, Leo Rice playing Dahaka, Duff McWhalen on Tychus, and Majesty playing Junkrat. And to the right in red, we've got Unity. Kawaii on Johanna, Mango Man on Cassia, Organized Chaos on Ragnaros, Drunk Unicorn on Rhaegar, and Lork once again on Maiev. As we get into the first wave of the game, we can check in on our level 1 talents. It's Regeneration Master for Infafox, not one that I am accustomed to seeing, so we'll see how quickly the Beetle Man will be able to stack up those 30 regeneration globes. Another early wave clear advantage in mid for Gen.M, but once again, it's because we've got Organized Chaos on Ragnaros already soaking up in top lane. Leo Rice got tethered, a silence onto Maiev, and that draws the Purge from Drunk Unicorn. So a quick rotation from Majesty will put bottom wave into the wall there. Leo Rice, of course, getting stalled out. And first drag of the game onto Organized Chaos. They will tank a tower shot. So we'll be sure to check in on that off-lane matchup sporadically. 1 minute means all camps are now available. We've got Gen.M already on their siege camp. And Unity a little bit slower to theirs. We'll see if that inspires a dig and invasion. Looks like Gen.M are not interested in doing that. Of course, top left, we've got Gen.M already working on their second camp, but that's giving Unity in bot all this room to clear the siege camp and start to get a little bit of damage here on this bot fort wall. They've crossed down to the bruiser camp. They have yet to be scouted, so it's going to be a double camp in bot lane for Unity. Level 4 is a little bit ahead for Gen.M. Infofox is going to have to burrow charge their way out of there. They've received the offensive purge. And in top lane, we've got Organized Chaos using that Molten Core ability, once again clearing out that bruiser camp as best they can. Mango Man finds Tychus in the rotation there, but Duff McWhalen is just saying hello. No serious damage done there. Unity and Gen.M both doing a good job of paying attention to the mid lane experience. Infofox burrow charges in here, unable to connect the stun. The slow from Subdue at level 4 from Kawaii, able to put a lot of pressure here. Organized Chaos rotating all the way in from top lane. Infofox burrow charges in. They are very low here. They are likely going down. That's going to be first kill. Leo Rice digs in, but it's after the kill. Do they have a drag here? They get the drag onto Maiev, but the silence is not in range to follow up. So another great early lead for Unity. First blood and about a half level lead now towards their level 7 talent tier. With Organized Chaos's rotation down, I am surprised that Gen.M took that engagement. There's the burrow charge, long distance onto 2, Mango Man falling low, but Majesty is in range of Lork, who gets 2 kills with all of those resets on the Fan of Knives. Another death for Infofox, 3 for 0 on the kill count. Level 7's in their hands. Now Unity are on a tear here. It is auto attack Cassia, so they've got Plate of the Whale and Surge of Light to kind of amp up the damage that they can do here. Stukov, Patience trying to dissuade Unity from taking this first fort of the game, but I don't know if they're going to be able to save it with Infofox's rotation. That will push Unity off. They're just going to fall back to their safe siege camp. On the other side, Gen.M do the same. A full level lead now for Unity. Organized Chaos making the full rotation down again, and they're gonna pop the Molten Core here. Do they get the stun onto Duff McWhalen? 2 more kills for Unity. 5 unanswered kills now in their hands, and they're just around the corner from their heroic talent tier. That is a pretty sizable lead here for the red team. And it looks like we've got Lark and Mango Man starting their rotation up to top lane, seeing if they can get Leo Rice out of position. Leo Rice not quite ready to give up the point just yet. Looks like they're instead going to head mid and try and get a stall onto Ragnaros. They've got the drag here onto Rag. There's the Ancestral Healing, though. Blessed Shield catches 4, and another massive cage from Maiev. Duff McWhalen falling low. There's the Ball Lightning from Cassia. Leo Rice gets the drag on the Mango Man, though. Under the fort, that's going to be another kill. First kill there for Gen.M, but it's still a Dragon Knight for Unity. First Dragon Knight of the game, and they're headed straight to mid fort. They don't care about that wall. They don't care about the tower. They want to get this building down as soon as possible, amp up their periodic catapult pressure. There's Infofox going in, immediately kicked away by Organized Chaos in the Dragon Knight, and the DK is still very healthy at 50% HP. So we'll see where their next destination is with the objective. Looks like they're going to head up to top lane now. Leo Rice is going to match that rotation. We've got heroics on both sides now, so it's going to be Cocoon, Flailing Swipes, Isolation, Commandeer Odin, and Riptire once again. Leo Rice pops the Essence and has tapped well, so it's going to be another structure going down here for Unity. We'll see if they... Oh my gosh, that's a Cocoon onto Drunk Unicorn. Lork is looking out of position, but they do still have the blink to get away. Pursuit of Vengeance, perhaps? Shade of Vengeance? I don't know. Still a full level lead and periodic catapult pressure on all 3 lanes, so Unity definitely in the driver's seat here. The engagements from Infofox have seemed a little bit out of touch with Duff McWhalen's limited range on the Tychus. Lava Wave in top lane will amplify the pressure that Unity have pushing into that top keep. And it looks like they are uninterested in invading this siege camp with their level 13s. Speaking of, we've got more of the same build from both Rag and Lork this time round. The E build and Q build respectively. Cassia gets the War Traveler, so she's gained movement speed and the ability to instant mount at full avoidance, her trait. And it is a double camp push here into bot lane, a bit of a build-a-boss. Majesty gets the root onto Organized Chaos, but there's no boop available. Leo Rice still in top lane, trying to soak up, get to the even talent here, and get a favorable fight here. We'll see how much more. A stun in onto Organized Chaos draws the Purge from Drunk Unicorn. Duff McWhalen will pop the Commandeer Odin to start pushing off Unity. And understanding that their siege advantage had elapsed, Unity immediately back up and prep for the next Dragon Knight phase. Organized Chaos here in mid, ready to get a quick channel, but in bot, Infa and friends are already recontesting the bot shrine, making sure that Unity do not have the opportunity for a quick cap. Talent tier parity on both sides. That's acid-drenched mandibles. Infofox going in on Lork there. Looks for another stun, gets the impale. Leo Rice down well below half. Gets the drag here onto Johanna. It is a silencing trap, but she's able to pop her unstoppable. A fight reset from Patience thanks to the swipes. A Blessed Shield onto 2 here, as well as Organized Chaos into the Molten Core. Duff McWhalen able to escape the stun, but the damage onto Patience is a little too much. Leo Rice is third to fall here. Duff McWhalen going down as well. And with Infofox stunning in onto 2, they will slow down the push, but certainly will not be able to deter Unity from getting their first keep of the game. A level and a half lead now for the red team. And it is largely on the back of that hero kill experience deficit. Both channels on Sun and Moon Shrine will give Unity another opportunity to snatch up their second objective here, and they've got level 16s in hand. Johanna has really come online with Holy Renewal at 16, getting cooldown reduction and healing on her blinds now. Martial Law from Cassia, another big power spike as far as damage is concerned. So the mid keep, we'll see how long it lasts under the siege of a Catapult and a Dragon Knight. Organized Chaos seems to be the target. Lork booped into the enemy team, and that's the silence. The root from Patience able to secure the kill there. Dragon Knight falling low, and an isolation onto Organized Chaos. Double stun now, draws the Purge and Ancestral. So it's just going to be a single kill before Unity back up. But a great root from Patience on the Stukov. Level 13, that talent, Virulent Reaction. Nope, it hungers. Ah, so the root must have come from Majesty, just one of those Junkrat traps. That full trap build allowing them to avoid snagging on non-heroes, giving you a second charge. So signs of life there from Gen.M. It's not all Unity all the time. And they will secure this Bruiser Camp, which will likely get them to equal talent tier here at level 16. That's going to unlock Elongated Tongue for Leo Rice, as well as Epicenter for Infofox. The engage range and AoE stun potential is increasing, but with another double camp and catapult pressure in bot lane, Unity are charging forward to the core. A great Purge gets Organized Chaos into the Molten Core. They're looking for the kill onto Infofox, and that's going to do it. Another kill onto the Beetle Boy. Blessed Shield onto 2 here. Leo Rice snags Lork. Falling low here. The ISO goes wide. That's a kill onto Tychus. Leo Rice still has the Essence. They're falling low and surrounded by all 5 of Unity. The core shielding is going down. There's the Warden's Cage onto Patience there. Of course, the health bars on Unity are falling a little bit low, but not as low as the core HP for Gen.M. That's going to do it for Game 2. Another decisive win from our underdog team, Unity. After opting for map pick, I was expecting a big showing from Gen.M there on Dragonshire, but it ended up being all Unity totally commanding the structural and experience and hero kill lead. Really just a masterclass from Unity on how bringing your entire squad together at key moments can yield big results. Checking in on our post-game stats, we had top damage for Majesty once again. Organized Chaos actually eking out top damage over Mango Man there on the side of Unity. They got a few amazing Molten Cores with all of Gen.M surrounding them. So a really strong ability for Unity to utilize, and keeping Gen.M around those structures was kind of really playing to the strengths of that Ragnaros pick. All right, let's see what our next battleground might be. And if Gen.M will once again prioritize that battleground selection, or if they feel that first pick was preferable for them. Infofox on the Anubarak definitely seemed to be out ahead of the damage profile that Gen.M drafted. The Tychus does not have any real range to speak of, unfortunately. So Anubarak's ability to close great distances and get those stuns make him a threatening hero, but without damage behind those CC trains, Unity was able to escape time and time again. Of course, I have to really call out Drunk Unicorn's fantastic purges. There were a number of times where Gen.M definitely looked like they had gotten the drop on Unity, and a timely purge to cleanse that CC from Drunk Unicorn was able to clean that up. Really remarkable play from them. I'll also say that using the purge to ensure that Organized Chaos got into the Molten Core on bot keep was such a highlight reel play. That Molten Core was able to help lock Infofox in place after they'd committed the burrow charge. A Anubarak with no mobility is a tough spot to be in. And so that purge, that preemptive cleanse, was pretty incredible for guaranteeing that final push onto Gen.M's core. For those who are just tuning in now, welcome to this Division A Grand Final match. So happy that you could tune in and cheer these two teams on. We've got the 4th seed and technically underdog of Unity up 2-0 here against the 3rd seed Gen.M. Gen.M will, of course, need to win 3 in a row, a true reverse sweep if they want to win those shiny NGS pins that stand at the end of the match. I'll also say that Lark on Maiev has been doing an amazing job getting some really high impact Warden's Cages and getting a whole lot of damage done, getting so many resets in fights with their Fan of Knives. Lark has definitely favored this hero throughout the season. I think kind of their signature hero. So I'm interested to see if Gen.M are going to try a different tack and look to ban away the more problematic DPS picks, or if they're going to stick to their guns with the Varian ban. The Varian ban, of course, is well researched. When H. Kawaii is not playing Johanna, you can frequently find her playing Varian. So I'm not terribly surprised to see that ban continuing. But Lark on the Maiev has been a true menace. So we'll see how they respond. Looks like we are up to our next battleground. It's Gen.M picking Volskaya once again. So it's going to be do or die here for our home team. I think the Junkrat pick remains very strong and viable on this battleground, but we're likely going to see Leo Rice flex off the Dahaka here. Of course, they've got plenty of other heroes in their pool. I just, having paid attention to their season a little bit, know that that's one of their signature heroes, and Volskaya Foundry being a battleground with like 5 bushes in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'm sorry, it's 7. Isn't the best battleground for a hero that relies on those brushes and vents for movement speed and mobility. Of course, Blaze has been a favored pick for Gen.M, not just as offlane, mind you. So we could very well see them grab the Blaze early in draft and flex it onto Infofox if a different offlaner seems better for Leo Rice. We can get into our next draft here for game number 3, potentially the last of the series here. First pick over for Unity. I think yep, Garrosh ban will continue. Garrosh is excellent on this battleground because people have to walk onto point to contest the objective, and so there's that Maev ban. Okay. Understanding that Lark has really done a lot on the hero, they don't want to give that away again. Second ban here for Unity. We'll see if it's any sort of target. Perhaps a Junkrat ban here. Majesty has looked pretty strong in the hero, and it is a good battleground for the Crash Mouse. It's going to be the Brightwing ban again. Alright. Sticking to their guns. Likely a favored pick for Patience. And also just one of the stronger healers on the roster in the current. And there's that Rag ban. Okay, so Organized Chaos won't get to play their favorite hero again. First pick available, we'll see if it's the Varian, we'll see if it's a Johanna again. Mango Man's Tracer is available as well. They've got a lot of priority picks available to them. And there it is. Mango Man locks in the Tracer. So we'll see how Gen.M respond here. Kind of the... There are many who feel that Tracer is kind of countered by Varian. We'll see if Gen.M agrees with that line of thinking. It's going to be Johanna instead. She offers blinds. Stukov as well. She offers blinds, so a little bit of damage reduction from Tracer, who has a lot of their power locked up in auto attacks. There's Rhaegar and Varian. So 3 comfort picks for the side of Unity. And no cleanse available for Stukov. So that might be challenging for Gen.M if Varian is able to get on their more vulnerable targets. Offlane still required for Unity. We'll see if that ban... Yep, it's going to be the Sonya ban. Really targeting Organized Chaos's hero pool. The newest member of ICC Unity, I believe this is their first season of NGS play, so pretty exciting to see their rookie season taking them to the grand final of Division A. Next ban here for Unity. Could still see the Junkrat ban. It doesn't seem as though they've got much priority on it. It's going to be the Tychus instead. Interesting. I guess they feel that Duff played very well in the hero last map. Game 2. 2 picks here for Gen.M. We'll likely see their offlaner picked up in this slot, as well as Majesty. If it's not Junkrat, I'm predicting a Zagara for Majesty. And there it is, Zagara Blaze. This is actually a pretty strong battleground for Zagara. Her ability to scale into the late game with her Corrosive Saliva talent at level 16, unlocking % damage for all of her summons, means that she does a ton of damage in the late game. And Volskaya is a battleground that is known to go late.
Here we go again.
Rexar Chromie, okay. I was not predicting the Rexar. Misha gives Unity the ability to contest point without putting any of their actual heroes in danger. So that is an interesting, could be an interesting tech pick for the battleground. Final pick here, flex available for Duff McWhalen. We'll see what they opt for. It's going to be the Kale Thos. a kind of signature hero once again for the blue team. All right, so let's take a look at our draft here for Volskaya. We've got Johanna, Stukov, Zagara, Blaze, KT. Kael'thas is going to have a tough time dealing with this Varian, I fear. Chromie, also a lot of great follow-up potential for the taunts. They've got follow-up CC in the form of Misha Charge. But of course, Gen.M have a lot of tools to kind of run Unity around the map. We'll see if that more macro-focused play is how they're going to start their reverse sweep. They're going to need to keep this tournament life alive. Let's introduce our teams perhaps for the final time. Here on the left, we've got Gen.M Esports in blue. Infofox playing Johanna, Patience on Stukov, Leo Rice on Blaze, Duff McWhalen playing Kael'thas, and Majesty on Zagara. And to the right in red, we've got Unity looking to close it out 3-0. We've got H. Kawaii on Varian, Organized Chaos on Rexar, Mango Man playing Tracer, Lork on Chromie, and Drunk Unicorn playing Rhaegar. Looks like, once again, we've got Organized Chaos starting the game, split to a far lane. Checking in on our level 1 talents, it's going to be the Lion Maw quest for Varian, trying to stack up and increase their slow amount. Duff McWhalen is looking to stack globes with the Mana Addict talent. Stun now onto Varian. Stepped a little too far out before that level 4 power spike. So first blood going over to Gen.M. Mango Man rotated up on by Infofox. Duff McWhalen will not connect with the gravity lapse. Mango Man has those blinks away. Leo Rice down here looking for another bot wave. Looks like Organized Chaos made the half rotation up the top, but they are going to be behind if they want to contest this heal camp. And this is a great move from Gen.M, understanding that Unity are still missing a main tank. Varian really weak until they hit that level 4 power spike. And Leo Rice comes in, gets a massive jet propulsion onto 3. Drunk Unicorn in the silence. A great time trap from Lork will get the rest of Unity out alive. So a strong rotation there from Gen.M, but in the end, the time trap from Chromie is able to protect the rest of Unity's health. Unity grabs their turret, and it's an early level 4 for Gen.M. We've got Hold Your Ground from Infofox on Johanna, checking in on mid lane. We have level 4 unlocked. We'll see if that's a jet propulsion in onto Varian. Another stun from Misha will prevent most of the follow-up damage there. A lot of HP missing from the King of Stormwind, but in the end, he's going to make it out just fine. Mango Man doing a little bit of off-lane soaking on Tracer. A very safe hero to do it, if not the best at clearing waves. To the right, Unity secure their siege camp, and on the left we can see Majesty working on that as well. We can see them getting through that pretty quickly thanks to their Medusa Blades talent at level 4. Perhaps hinting at a... Ooh, Infofox uses the Blessed Shield, or the Iron Skin a little bit early, but there isn't enough damage to prevent the Unstoppable from getting that Johanna out of there. 4-hero commitment from Unity here in top lane. Mid objective is available for contest. And it looks like we're going to have the first objective progress go over to Gen.M. They're a little bit ahead to their level 7 talents thanks to the extra mercenary experience and hero kill experience that they've got. So they'll unlock that level 7 here. That's going to give Stukov another talent for his E-build, Growing Infestation. spell power reduction from Blaze with suppressive fire. Duff McWhalen has hit a big damage power spike with Burned Flesh. Able to do percent damage if the Flame Strike hits 2. Leo Rice, Jet Propulsion's in. There's a stun from Misha onto Majesty here. Leo Rice and Joe both on point here. Overtime triggers, but I think Unity are going to be able to push Gen.M off here. Looks like blue team will... Oh my gosh, a stun in onto Kawaii. Another great purge. Oh, the Jet Propulsion narrowly missing there. Misha gets the stun for Peel. So Unity able to get a little bit of objective progress. Of course, there are still items available for Gen.M. Kawaii gets the taunt onto Duff McWhalen, but there's no damage in range. They dropped their turret and healing camp. Misha falling low here. First kill going over to Gen.M. Kawaii falling low. The Jet Propulsion once again misses, and that's going to secure Objective A for Gen.M. They're going to put the Blaze in it solo, send them down to bot lane, and in the meantime, try and get as much pressure on mid and top as possible. A massive wave here in top lane, and they were already able to get a fair amount of damage from their earlier pushes. So, oh my gosh, Organized Chaos taking an aggressive rotation into the 4-hero core of Gen.M. Checking in on bot lane, Leo Rice gets time looped and has already used, that's a purge, onto... They're able to pop the level 1 move speed and get some healing pathogen from Stukov, so they make it out alive. And the level 10 mark has landed. We've got Gen.M with heroics. They're going to use that opportunity to get onto this healing camp once again. And those heroics are Falling Sword, Flailing Swipes, Bunker Drop. Oh, a Pyroblast Kael'thas. Exciting. And Devouring Maw for Zagara. Checking in on bot lane, we've got Drunk Unicorn, Lork, and they're going to check Leo Rice here. They've got heroics of their own now. And it's a 5-hero commitment. Once again, Johanna able to get in there with the Falling Sword, but it's already after losing the Blaze. Unity doing a great job getting all of their players in one spot to make these invades. We saw it in Game 2 with Organized Chaos making the rotations down to bot lane. Heroics on Unity's side, we've got Unleash the Boars, Pulse Rounds for Tracer, Ancestral Healing for Drunk Unicorn, and Shield Wall for Varian. Pulse Rounds, Charge Rate. Okay, there you go. So, more Pulse Bombs more often. Mango Man has been doing a great job getting those Pulse Bombs onto the right targets. So having them up more often could be a big spike in damage here. Inferfox clears the wave, but Hawaii, another Unleash the Boars, but all of Gen.M are able to make it under their mid-fort wall before any serious engagement happens. Both teams taking a look here at bot lane. Leo Rice is able to zip away, but the time trap catches Majesty. They're going to maw, but holy cow. Lark and Mango Man annihilate the Broodmother. And with that kill, Unity are going to try and get onto this bot fort, get as much push done here as possible. Jet Propulsion lands onto Varian, but Duff McWhalen might have a hard time getting a kill on their own. Leo Rice falling low, and there goes the Ancestral. The Pyroblast lands, but they have more than enough HP to survive it. So, a solid defense. The fort stands for Gen.M, but another great 5 hero commitment secures a kill and a bunch of siege damage. Level 13 online for Unity is going to unlock Mortal Strike for Varian, and it's 13s apiece here. Organized Chaos caught early. There's Unleash the Boars. Hawaii gets the taunt onto Patience now. It's a hectic fight. Misha falling low here. Hawaii out pretty far in front of the team. Ancestral's still 50 seconds away. Another big jet propulsion lands onto 2. Looks like Hawaii is going to make it out with just enough HP. So they lost Misha, but weathered the storm otherwise. Unity have now tapped and are looking to recontest here. They've got a little bit of progress on point B, but they are late to the rotation, which is going to give Gen.M another healing camp. There's the Maw onto Rexar, and a silence to follow up. Bunker used to escape the time loop from Chromie. So, heroics flying, but in the end, Gen.M secure their heal camp. They've done a great job emphasizing that throughout the game. There's another Unleash the Boars. Infofox out alone. Leo Rice's jet propulsion goes wide. Lots of back and forth here. Mango Man gets the Pulse Bomb onto Majesty, but they're plenty healthy still. And there is so much creep available. There's a lot of lane vision that Gen.M have available to them. So they definitely have the upper hand as far as knowing where Unity are coming from. Organized Chaos dipped down to mid for a moment there just to pick up a little bit more experience. And Unity are ahead to level 16s. Iron Skin out from Infofox. Another huge jet propulsion from Leo Rice. Mango Man gets the Pulse Bomb onto Leo Rice here. So 28 and 28 apiece for objective progress, but this will start ticking up for Unity now. Infofox trying to clear this lane. Gets stunned here by Misha, pops the Iron Skin. They're gonna have to drop the heal pulse if they look to survive. Instead, they're gonna use the Falling Sword to get out. About a quarter of a level lead for Unity. Leo Rice way far ahead of the team there. Gonna go down. Patience taking a lot of damage from the Dragon's Breath. Lork able to get a lot of effective damage on the Chromie, and that's gonna secure the second objective for Unity. Checking in on our experience once again as Unity rams the corner to their level 16s. It's once again thanks largely to their hero experience, but they are in the lead in minion experience as well. Organized Chaos doing a lot there to make sure that minions aren't being neglected. Mango Man onto the back line, connects the Pulse Bomb onto Majesty, but they're able to get out fine, just fine. Checking in on our level 16 talents, the Banner of Dalaran from Varian is going to amp up the spell damage, both of the Pulse Bomb and of Lark's Deep Breathing. They've completed their Sandblast quest at level 1, of course. Level 16 also unlocks the Earth Grasp Totem, Earth Bind Totem, for Dark Unicorn, so a secondary CC threat available for Unity now. Bottom fort, not long for this world, but level 16s have been achieved by both teams. Super Strain for Patience, getting a heal proc every time a hero with Healing Pathogen gets stunned could be a boon as far as surviving these engagements. I don't know that it triggers on silence, though. Yeah, it's only stuns and roots. So the silence from Varian is still going to be a problem. Leo Rice taunted a full CC chain. They drop the bunker just in time, but it's not going to be enough. Infa falls. Leo Rice is low. The Maw catches Organized Chaos, but Gen.M are in full retreat once again. 4 kills to 1 now in favor of Unity. Only one outer structure remains for our blue team. Unity are absolutely charging towards this 3-0, trying to put an exclamation mark on their first season in Division A. Johanna spawning in the next 5 seconds now, but it's not going to be enough time to defend the mid port. All outer structures now down for Gen.M. Unity have periodic catapult pressure in all 3 lanes. They're going to invade this siege camp here. I'm not sure that they're favored in this engagement. It's even talent here. Mango Man's falling low. Leo Rice gets warped and dies. Level 18 is the Storm talent tier for Chromie. Mango Man gets onto Duff McWhalen. That's another kill. Leo Rice, Johanna, and Duff McWhalen all going down there. Majesty, able to dodge the 3rd Dragon's Breath proc. So they do make it out alive. Checking in on the Storm talent for Chromie, it is Pearson Sands, I believe the most popular talent at the tier. And with 3 kills, Unity are going to do what they love to do, stay grouped up as 5 and get as many structures as they can. Patience getting a lot of pressure onto the HP bar there thanks to their reset mechanic through It Hungers, that level 13 E talent for Stukov, but it's not going to be enough to stop Unity from securing the keep. We'll probably see Organized Chaos sneak up to the top lane here, finish off this siege camp, make sure that there isn't too much pressure across the map. We've got Drunk Unicorn starting the channel on Objective C. And Storm talents are in the hands of Unity. We've got Glory to the Alliance, Kill Command, the Boar's now Root. So Super Strain will get procs off of the Root there. Get stuffed for Mango Man. Pretty big power spike. Now, giving Tracer the ability to reposition enemies. And Farseer's Blessing from Rhaegar, the double AoE Ancestral Healing. Gen.M have to back with 4 of Unity showing towards their core. Of course, Rhaegar is still back on the point. They don't have their healer here, so we'll see if they're able to get any kills, but the move speed is enough to get it out. All right, Protector C headed towards an open core. Zagara has all of the damage available to her that she needs. She's completed that level 7 Infofox, Falling Swords their way out, able to cleanse Leo Rice as well, but the siege on mid goes unfettered. Still about half the HP already taken off of this Protector. We'll see if those summons from Zagara keep that up. Infofox has fallen very low. I don't know if they've got their well available to them anymore, and there's still about a level away from their Storm talents. Infofox eats a double Sandblast from Lork there, trying to back, and the pressure on mid-keep continues. Mango Man peppering all of Gen.M on the outside there. Patience eating that pulse bomb, and there's the kill command. Bunker drop will save one. Leo Rice has to walk through. Oh my gosh, Patience goes down to Kawaii, and that kill could be the beginning of the end for Gen.M. That's the first proc of Ancestral. They're looking for a second. Mango Man is low here. Can Gen.M push Unity off? The core has started to take damage, but Unity are falling low. Drunk Unicorn has a lot of healing throughput, so they might be able to stick with this siege for a little bit longer. And there are so many catapults on the core now. It's going to be a tough defense, and they're not going to make it. That's going to be a 3-0 victory for Unity in the best of 5 for our Division A Grand Finals. What a way to end it. Our red team showing great team fighting prowess, getting so many early kills in games 1 and 2, and game 3, once again, their comfort picks shining through there. Taking a look at our post-game stats, we've got Zagara top of the blue side, thanks to that level 16 talent we mentioned earlier, Corrosive Saliva, but paling in comparison to to Chromie. Rhaegar's healing output, absolutely immense. Drunk Unicorn, once again, a stellar performance on the hero. And the kill count kind of says it all, 10-2 there in favor of Unity. Checking in on the builds, we had Pyroblast from Duff McWhalen and Falling Sword from Johanna. I'm not sure that they got the most value out of those heroics, but nonetheless, it was a really well-played 3-game series for our challengers, Unity. I am going to see if I can find a friendly face in a voice lobby so that I can get a post-game interview. And in the meantime, we can talk a little bit more about how that series all went down. Game 1, Garden of Terror, it felt like Unity's draft style favoring the Ragnaros offlane definitely favored that battleground. But it turned out that it's not the only place that they could make the Ragnaros pick shine. Organized Chaos doing a great job on Dragonshire to make rotations ahead of the Dahaka and get some pretty key fight wins through the Molten Core pick. Of course, that wouldn't have been possible without some stellar play from the Core 4 of Unity. The crisp engagements from Johanna were pretty great for Unity there. And then finally on Volskaya, the third map, our third game of this series, it ended up being all Unity all the time. A ill-fated contest over the bottom turret camp kind of was the beginning of the end as they lost Leo Rice there. And it looks like we do have some members coming into the voice lobby here. So let me just get over to my interview scene so they can hear you chat with me. Welcome, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having us. I have here tonight with me the ladies of Unity. Something we really wanted to share with everyone is we've been holding it. We didn't mean it to keep it a secret, but it's something we're really proud of, that we have the majority of us are all those who identify as female.
Excellent. That's great. And once again, congratulations, 3-0. How's it feel? Coming into the series, knowing that you were the lower seeded team, did that make you guys nervous at all? I know that in the regular season, Gen.M was able to take it, so the matchup history wasn't necessarily in your favor. How does it feel to win so decisively?
But it feels amazing.
I'm never scared. What are you talking about?
Amazing.
Excellent, excellent. So the
That maturity, right? To just like walk away with such a sure win is just nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Absolutely. So let's talk through those games a little bit. We saw the first Battleground selection with Garden of Terror. I thought that Ragnaros pick might have been tailored to the Battleground, but it looks like that's just something that Organized Chaos really enjoys. Is that part of the reason why the Battleground selection for Game 1 was Garden of Terror, or is it just a Battleground that y'all feel comfortable on?
Mangle.
I do most of the selection for the maps.
Mhm.
Along with Chaos. Both of us decided out. And it's not necessarily because Rag is strong on there. It's more so because of our relative strength shot calling wise, and we just feel that like Garden of Terror is something that a lot of people don't know how to play, like they get kind of lost on, but we feel really comfortable on it, so it generally ends in a win.
Great. Excellent. Game 2, we saw Gen.M take y'all to Dragonshire. I definitely thought that at the end of that draft, their comp looked better suited to the battleground. The Anubarak and Junkrat and Dahaka all being pretty strong picks. But once again, Organized Chaos was kind of able to get those rotations ahead of Leo Rice. Your ability to group up as 5 kind of really impressed me, getting a lot of value in those bot lane pushes. Is that 5 hero commitment something that y'all emphasize in your kind of game plan approach to HOTS?
Called Unity, you know? Stick
Uni, yeah,
together.
take it away. Take it away, Uni. Take it away.
What? Yes.
I would say a lot of it is timing. One thing that we kind of have that's a little unique is our offlaner is our shot caller. And so Chaos is the one shot calling us. And so we're able to time ganks really well because he doesn't have to like look at where the offlaner is. He just knows when rotations are going to line up. And so I would say a lot of our momentum like starts gaining from the fact that we are often able to get ahead on rotations and then get a nice kill in a good like 5v4.
Awesome. Very cool. And then last but not least, of course, there was Volskaya. Once again, a commanding showing from y'all on the battleground. I once again thought that the ability of Zagara to scale into the late game might prove challenging for your comp, but I think the draft threats that y'all bring with Mango Man's Tracer, Helen's, Varian, Lorx, Maiev, you guys demand so many responses in draft that inevitably someone is going to end up on a comfort pick. Is that another thing that you guys kind of credit with your success?
Oh, it's our bread and butter, and it's something that is just I find is so draft pick and drafting as a team is always so is one of the highlights for us when we play against other enemy teams, because it's very challenging, admittedly, because we inevitably always one or two of us are always going to be on our our best character picks.
Awesome. Yeah, and speaking of best character picks, I hadn't mentioned it, but Lark on Maiev in game 1 really impressed me, as well as in game 2. Of course, I have a special shout out to Drunk Unicorn. The purge on the Molten Core on Bot Keep was next level.
Of course.
Absolutely
That's what
amazing
I do,
play.
baby.
Yeah,
That's
was
what I do. I love how Mango was like, oh.
I audibly gasped that happened.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
All the times Uni has saved one of our asses is like that's is innumerable. Too
I
many.
protect them. That's what I do.
Fantastic. All right, I'm not going to keep you guys here any longer. The floor is yours if you want to make any special shout outs as the Division A Grand Finals champions.
Oh,
Shout out to our team.
Yosh.
To
Yeah,
our
please shout out
Chaos,
Mango.
Kenya, everyone. And to our future fans, I don't know. Yes,
Or fans.
the fans.
The fans totally exist.
We'll get them one day.
I mean, concept is watching concept, but that's probably about it.
All
To our
right.
future fans.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations once again. Really well played this series. I hope you all enjoy those fancy, shiny NGS pins.
Thank you so much for casting.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Go on.
you.
So there you have it. Our Division A champions, very excited for their performance there. Definitely a strong showing from them, able to take it in the end. 3-0 nonetheless, or no less. I would not have predicted that at the start of this evening. I definitely thought this was going to be a fiercely contested match between these two. But we can take a look at the bracket. In the end, it is Unity who were able to make it all the way, winning 3-0 tonight. Pretty stellar work from them. And that is going to do it from me here on the Nexus Gaming Series channel. If you stick around, I believe we might be able to raid over to someone else if any other matches are going on. But before I sign off, I want to give a few shout-outs of my own, primarily to all of the artists and programmers whose work that I use to make the stream look and sound as good as it does. None of it would be possible without their work. So if you are interested at all about the visuals or music that you've seen or heard tonight, be sure to use that !credits command in chat. You can also stick around after I sign off. There will be a credit roll that kind of features all of those artists listed. And of course, a big thank you to everyone for tuning in. It's such a pleasure to get to cast these community-driven series, and it's made possible by all of your participation, so thank you everyone for coming out. That is going to do it from me here, and until next time, peace and love, good luck, have fun.